Sap, 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 sap. First off, let me know if the music's alright. Hi Yogurt, hi Purple. Nice seeing y'all again. Just after yesterday. Alright. So I actually couldn't figure out why my desktop audio wasn't working. So now the BGM just inside of OBS. But you know what? That's fine. No biggie. But today, I'm going to try to do a little more work than I did last time. Yesterday being last time. Because boy, oh boy, did I do much work yesterday. But I'm not as tired as I was yesterday. Yesterday's the first day back at the gym. And today, we went to the gym again. And even whenever I was on the gym, like a month or two ago, maybe 2 months ago, it was going more consistently, I was actually slacking when it came to legs. And that is exactly what we worked today. And I am very, very scared about what will happen to me tomorrow. Because y'all know how it is for leg day. The second, third day is terrible. And I already feel bad the day of. It might be super cooked. And I knew it was bad. The numbers I was pumping out felt really, really hard. So bad that after the workout, before leaving the gym, I went to the restroom and I actually couldn't use the urinal because my legs were shaking so bad. It was bad. The day after, it's fine. 3 days later, I can't walk down the stairs. Yeah. So tomorrow might be devastating. And my friend hit me up like an hour or two ago. He's like, hey, do you want to play Pump It Up tomorrow? You know, the dancing game. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure. So tomorrow, play Pump It Up. That was actually one of the main reasons why I was skipping squats. Because I was doing legs like, you know, a month or two ago whenever I was on doing some legs, but only accessories. Squats were, I did squats today and it was bad. It was bad, and I felt it. I feel like I'm gonna feel it a lot tomorrow. But yeah, that's the reason why I wasn't doing leg day, because I was already, my legs were already cooked after playing Pump It Up sessions. At the time, you're going like 2 times a week. First leg day I had to crawl upstairs and sleep on the floor. I couldn't get in bed. My God. Dude, it's like that. It's like that. And I'm scared for tomorrow, but you know, we'll see. Usually I think it's better, at least for me mentally, to like just kind of push through it and pump it up. You know, gotta use your legs, stomping my feet on the pad. So we'll see. I think it's better than just letting it stiffen up. You know, so earlier, like a few hour or two ago, whenever I was getting some sketches done, I had to remember not to like cross my legs, because sometimes I cross my legs whenever I'm on the chair, and I feel like that's bad for you. I feel like I need all the blood flow I can get to my legs right now. But yeah, that was today. Tomorrow might be cooked. Haven't felt this sore in a hot minute. Like I said, I'm already feeling the repercussions of today, but we'll get over it. I don't know when I'm working tomorrow. Probably because the day before, like yesterday, I mean, I worked arms, and probably gonna work either back or shoulder tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see. But today, gonna do more drawing. I have, the only difference from yesterday is I did a little bit of more touch-ups for this piece. I think it is almost in a spot where I kind of just want to be done with it. But looking at it right now, I haven't looked at it in a hour or two maybe. I do want to add some more ambient lighting. I think that's the only main thing it's missing. But I don't know why, but I was looking through Pinterest and I saw a really sick, I've been gravitating towards more difficult poses, right? Like not so much because for anatomy, it's like I feel like I know anatomy well enough to where I could draw like a full body character doing a semi-dynamic pose. However, it's gone to the point where like I just warm up with that and it feels a bit too boring, so that's why I've been trying to do more like close-up shots. And speaking like from yesterday when I was talking about like the things that feel more like you're looking at a camera. So this is rough, but I'll show you the I know like the mere basics for perspective, right? And this is a really, really rough of like a fisheye lens that I'm not actually sure if I have the confidence to attempt to do right now. But just getting the layout done, not bad. I say not bad, but I'm not very trained in the eye for fisheye perspective. And so much so that like, let me see if I can actually show you what I was working off of. So this 3D model, it's cool that in Clip Studio, I have like, this is just it's not curved, right? It's not like in fisheye, but this is the reference photo, right? And I literally worked on this like maybe less than an hour ago. What I had to do was, you can see I'm able to move in 3-dimensional space here, but it's not in fisheye perspective, so it messes my brain. So I turned it into Zoe, K-pop Demon Hunters. And because, the lines are curved, the horizon line is back here, but it's curved. Super curved, like in the foreground, I guess you could call it. So the other two girls, I put them on like a different 3D plane and tried to imagine them there. Yeah, it's messing with me, and I feel like it's one of those pieces I want to attempt to at least see if I can get down, but we'll see because this one's a toughie. I mean, I'll be real. I have some lines that I had before, like whenever I was just eyeballing. Oh, that's something else. These lines that I was eyeballing, but then I actually like had to take from and trace the background actually with these. Yep. And this is what I was freehanding earlier. Like freehanding perspective stuff is so difficult, so that's super off. But that's why I need a 3D model to help me see that. If you look up 6-point perspective, it shows you a layout grid for it. Yeah, I know. 6-point perspective is it's tough. It's tough. It's super tough. And unfortunately, I couldn't find, well, I have, see here, I have in my materials, I downloaded some fisheye guides, but they were making my CSP work. So maybe not, because I wanted something like this where I'm able to just like move it around, but maybe that's too much of a luxury to be able to move around so freely. Hey, if you mess up, you know what to work on. Smile. True, exactly, which is why I kept going at it. It's just one of the things, just in general, where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try it just because like I saw the reference and I was like, yeah, might as well try it. The idea popped in my head as soon as I saw the reference. So maybe we'll touch up on that, but it'll be a struggle. But yeah, we'll work on this today. And I have other stuff open. This is like my practice sheet that I usually do warm-ups on. We'll see. I want to do more work today, but for sure finish this today. And like I said, I don't know how far I'm pushing this piece, but it's a bit more cleaned up than earlier or than yesterday. But yeah, let's see what I have for me to yap about. Ew. Okay. So yeah. But a guy who does still life sketches at only 5-point perspective melts my brain. Dude, people who draw at just 5-point perspective and do like POV shots of it, insane. Insane. Curved line just messed me up. And then you saw that I was doing like the lines freehand. Whenever I really learn perspective, that's what I'm going to be trying to do. Because especially when it's like fisheye perspective, my god, I can't. With rulers and stuff, it actually messes my brain, because whenever I see the guidelines, I feel that I just need to draw stuff to line up. Obviously that's not true. Hello? What up? I have a timer. Cause I need to go get laundry or take stuff out of the laundry in a second. Name is Paul Heaston. Pretty sure I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I get you. It's the same guy I was thinking about. Just him doing the POV stuff, like at his desk in a cafe. Dude. Yo, what up, swag? 2 streams in 2 days. Absolutely insane. You're telling me. I almost started streaming with me saying something like, I would say like last time. I was like, wait, that was just yesterday. Yeah. You're just in time. Well, actually, no. I have to actually look at laundry in a second. Okay, be right back. I just started. Be right back. I'm pretty sure my laundry's done. Hello. Hello. Half my laundry's now done. Yippee! Welcome back. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, look. So, well, you can probably already tell. I just showed you my sketch of Zoe. We're drawing Zoe now, but look at this. Look at this shirt that I got. I really like it. I really like Zoe. It's my first time owning a shirt like that. I see that like a lot of people, I don't know where it originated from. I know it's like an early 2000s. Whenever I see that type of design, I think it's like a wrestler shirt. I don't know if that's where it originated from. Sick trip, thanks. Yeah, I love it. Oh, it looks so saturated right now. It was just so close. Anyways, the thing I was about to talk about before I dipped, because I was looking at my list of things that I kind of brain rotted in. You have any waifu Yidahari? The tentacle girl? Sorry if it's not. It is the tentacle girl. That is a lot of detail. I haven't touched ZZ in a hot minute, but fuck it, you should try. I don't know how you would pose stuff with tentacles. I don't think I've ever drawn tentacles. Closest I've been to is drawing Ina, but I don't think I've ever drawn her tentacles. But yeah, having discovering a new character and wanting to do nothing but draw them, sick feeling. Sick feeling. That's me and Zoe at the moment. For the fish eye one, I actually was thinking about, or is it? I was like, do I make this a Kali or Zoe? But I decided to make it Zoe because I thought about the rest of the crew in K-pop Demon Hunters. I was like, oh, 2 more characters in this perspective, perfect. And if I were to draw a Kali, yes, from League of Legends, then I was like, well, I've also been, you know, well, okay, I'm sorry, we're gonna talk about Lee for a little bit, but you know, KDA, I kind of mess with KDA even though they haven't dropped like Riot's K-pop group. I want to draw them though. Treasure the hammer, which she pole dances around, would be hard to find a bush. Oh, I see, I see. That's cool. Evelyn's dies. Hey, my man. Yeah. Okay, here's a rabbit hole that I fell down. Okay. Mini rabbit hole. So, I don't play Lee anymore. Well, that was true. I may have done a little dabbling the other day, but that's besides the point. I still watch Worlds every year. So I was getting really into Worlds, and I was watching all of the games from last week. And in doing so, that's whenever I kind of rediscover. I was already in the middle of rediscovering like the Riot music and KDA, because after watching K-pop Demon Hunters, it just reminded me of KDA, because you know they're like a fictional group, but like real singers are behind their voices. So you know, I was reading K-pop Demon Hunter fanfic, and I was like, wow, this would kind of slap if they had KDA fanfic. And guess what? Of course, they have KDA fanfic, and that made me go down the rabbit hole of looking at all the KDA characters and Akali being, dare I say, the most attractive League of Legends character. I looked at all her skins, and Bo Chen, one of the Riot artists that does a hella splash arts that I follow and look at their speed paints a lot. They did one for Star Guardian Akali, and I was curious about the Star Guardian lore, and I fell down that rabbit hole and watched a whole like 1 hour of explaining lore for Star Guardian. And then I was like, wow, Akali's kind of awesome. And then she has like, she's best friends with Kaisa, and Kaisa's also in KDA, and I was like, wow, this is awesome. Or is also True Damage double dipping? Oh, I think you mean Akali. I believe Akali is both in True Damage. Yeah, Akali's in True Damage as well as KDA. But her KDA all out outfit, the one in the latest album, I think from 2020 or 2021, I forget, where she's like on the motorcycle, and I still listen to more. Yeah. So I need to draw. Well, I did draw her a little bit. I think you saw earlier. I was sketching her, but that's my two characters that I want to draw at the moment. A lot. What's up? What up, dude? Okay, and with that, maybe I should get to drawing. I say as I always misplace my glove. Okay. You more of an MF fan? Fair. You know, she plays a pretty critical role in the Star Guardian lore. I knew nothing about the Star Guardian lore, but after just watching the video on it, I was like, wow, this is kind of awesome. I want to draw Star Guardian stuff. A lot of things I want to draw. Like we were talking about yesterday, just so many cool things have come out that has made my mind race. It motivated me. I need to put on music for myself. Let me see. Desktop audio muted. Like I said, probably doesn't even matter because I don't think I'm able to hear anything. Guess your glove wants to know how much you need it till it's gone. Dude, I know some people draw without the glove. I can't. My hand does not glide across the screen. I don't know how people do that. my hands get clammy, and I can't. I've tried it without it, and it just does not work for me. The second you have motivation, you can't find your glove, dude. Yeah, I have multiple. A low-key should buy a new one. Actually, this one's perfectly fine. I forget which. I don't know if this is branded or not. This might be a Huion one. But I think I've had. This might be my third or fourth glove in the past. How long? 4, 5 years of digital art. I had 2 of them get holes in them. I know that's normal, but I get holes in them whenever I use them too much. Did you get the slime girl, by the way? Having constructive feedback is always welcome. I did. Well, I'm pretty sure I did. It's the it wasn't from a stream from you, right? It was the video, correct? Question mark. I looked it up this morning, so it's not so fresh in my brain. Correct me if I'm wrong, though. No, it's an image you post on your YouTube channel. I see. Post on your YouTube. So video or post? Oh. I think I see. First post. Yeah. Oh, hey, your stuff's dope. Yo, that first one is super cool. Okay. Hey, I messaged your rendering. That's for sure. I've never drawn anything slime related. Yeah, the crown. I see it. I mess with it. I like how the hair, I can tell, is like slime girl hair. I don't know how else to say. Like, it looks like slime girl hair. Very nice. You said you were looking for constructive feedback. Well, I am not an expert by any means. Honestly, I messed with the rendering. The crown and the hair look great. The rendering on the body also looks great. I can also tell it's a slime girl. Even though I am not versed in slime girl art, I can tell it's slime girl and like girl rendering. You were gonna pose very basic? Yeah, probably just like, I mean, I think you talked about it yesterday, how you need to get more studies into anatomy. Yeah, that's probably, I like how you do just adding a simple background too, adds a lot to it, you know, versus just a white background, which I need to do more of in general. But yeah, honestly, anatomy's not even bad here. I mean, to just keep on studying anatomy and do a lot of basic poses. Because trust me, I've been there. But once you're able to do those poses, then you can do crazier stuff. But yeah. Hell yeah, dude. As appropriate, getting there. Hey, I feel like that's everyone low key. It still takes me a minute. But it's so important to have that basic understanding. And then whenever the poses get harder, oh my god, I'm at the point where like stuff doesn't look correct because it's like whenever you mess with camera angles and perspective, anatomy gets warped. You know, as you saw earlier, whenever I was trying to do like draw Zoe in a super high perspective with like a high angle plus the high angle plus the warped fisheye perspective, just drawing the sketch and trying to draw things that aren't there and like warp everything, it messes with my head so much. I feel like I'm getting better at understanding that. Rendering is your favorite part though? Don't know why. Rendering is fun. Rendering is fun for sure. I think rendering is low brain energy compared to everything else. That's why I like rendering. Like, I feel like the sketch, getting the foundation right, even the post-processing, that stuff gets me more. The gears turn more whenever I'm doing that stuff. Now, what did I say I want to do with this piece? For this piece, I'm like looking at it from my main monitor. It's so weird how the eye works, bro. Because I'll like zoom out this much, but then I'll look at it from my monitor, my main monitor, and it like looks completely different. You agree that sketches are like a house foundation? You mess it up, everything ends up wonky. Yeah, that's why sometimes I feel like it's so easy to just tunnel vision too much on like the sketch. Which is why I feel like my process has evolved. Well, hopefully evolved is the word I'd use. But like, the reason why I try to do the multiply layers and color block as soon as possible is like, I never know what the piece is gonna look like from start to finish. I can't visualize it like other people can. But doing everything in my power to just try to see the finished product as soon as I can helps me a lot. Okay. What up? Nice RA. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We are in the middle of figuring out what to do with this. I think I'm not sure how like I said before, this is definitely out of my comfort zone and I'm trying to push everything, but now I'm like second guessing how harsh the lighting is. But maybe I just need to add more ambient light to see what it will look like. The opposite when you visualize it, but you can't get it down properly. Oh, I feel like we all got that. We all got that. That was me with this sketch. Whenever I was like, yeah, I want, even like I have some of the lines I already like erased, but whenever I saw the reference and then I thought of having all three characters in it, even though the reference only had one character. I feel like jumping into it and kind of just getting it down has been really helpful for me, because I used to be like, the old me would not have tried to jump in. I would have like looked up a bunch of references, went to like a Dumbaroo, and then try to find like fisheye perspective and try to find something as close to it as possible before jumping into it. But then nowadays, I think it's helped me a lot to kind of just somewhat trust my gut and get stuff down, even if it's just blobs, and then kind of carve it out later. Because I've had plenty of times where I visualize something and then it feels like it's too hard, and then I just never get to it because I can't figure out what I want to do. Also, I don't know how I'm going to use ambient or get the, not ambient occlusion, sorry. What ambient colors to use? We'll figure it out. Because also I'm using difference. This is the first time the the difference, what is it called, blending mode. So usually, you know, you got the multiplies. Let's just take all that down. You got the multiplies. You got, and the multiplies are of course like, you know, blue or blue brownish color, and then I use their overlays and color dodge to get like the skin tone kind of more out. And now we're using difference. I'll show you why I'm using difference. I'm young Arse, I feel happy watching you for some reason. It feels comforting. First time watching you though. Yo, I appreciate that. I definitely appreciate that. Very, very kind. Sorry, lost my train of thought. Thank you for that. But we're using difference here. And I usually don't go down the list, right, of things to do, or like what blending modes to do. But if I use color dodge, I'm like looking at, okay, let's not get too ahead of myself. What I did here was I have the multiply layer and I carved out the lighting, right? And then I added another multiply layer just to give it a bit more depth. And I copied, what is this? Control shift, or hold down control, or hold down shift? I forget because I have it mapped on a shortcut. But I selected everything that I carved out and then I turned it into difference. The reason I turned it into difference is I like the way, I like the ghostly effect it has on the skin. Because for difference, you got color dodge, which makes everything a bit too red. Hardlight makes everything super red. Pretty much everything makes both the skin color and the little costume too red. But for difference, it changes the skin tone to be a bit more like blue, ghostly. Kind of fits the vibe I'm going for. But now, because I'm using difference, I don't know how it's gonna look whenever I like apply colors on top of it. But we'll see. We'll see. We're trying a lot of new things here. I feel like I will. Where's the layer with the glow? We might add more color to this. Don't know what color it is right now. It's more white, but maybe we'll do like red, blue. Maybe blue, because everything is so red. We're gonna try blue or purple, just to offset it. Full at 100 might be too much. I always like to, whenever I am applying something new, like an overlay or something, I go to both extremes of like 0 to 100 opacity, just to really see what's happening. Maybe add some highlight white on the shoes and make them shiny. Yes, so that is something I need to do as well. Thank you for bringing that up, because I feel like even though I need to find a proper reference, I don't know why, like the moment I'm trying to find a specific reference, I can't find it. But what I'm trying, I know I have pieces and like real life photos I have reference of harsh lighting that is a different color. And I thought like the reason why this looks so weird because it didn't have actually like, even though everything's in red, I'm pretty sure you're still gonna get like white, right? And fantastic point, on the shoes it would for sure have it, and I'm pretty sure on the tips of some of the costume it would also be white. So we'll add that for sure. Maybe I'll find a proper reference for that in a second. And maybe we'll, for erase some of this just so it's not so harsh. And then honestly, I might dial down the red. We'll see what that looks like if we erase on the edge here. Yeah, maybe. Google the primary red edge highlight if you want colored light. True. Okay, I'm crisscrossing. Said I wasn't gonna do that earlier. I feel like my legs are okay at the moment. Also, I think I have too many layers. I think I might just collapse everything. But I kind of don't want to do that right now because of all the blending modes. Sometimes whenever, you know, I always use the select layer, but whenever I have so many blending modes and so many lights going everywhere, I just, it can never select what I'm trying to select. So sometimes I lock it so it doesn't select that. It's a bit of a nightmare. Okay, before we work more on the lighting, I need to figure out the blending mode I'm going to use for some ambient light. So usually I take the color. So in this case, if I want it to be ambient, like blue, kind of like blue bounce light, I'll take like a really gray blue and then turn down the opacity for just the normal layer and work with that. But because everything's so dark, maybe everything is either need to find a different blend mode or I just really need to put the opacity down. But I've been trying to remember to put ambient like bounce light just more into my art because it makes everything feel more more character. You pull the reference. I feel like something's missing, but I don't know what. Yeah, I feel that. Every piece, I feel that. This is the most... But then again, I don't know how far I'm going to push this piece. I'm going to leave it sketchy. But definitely... I do feel you on that. We're just going to keep chipping away at it. Just the rendering. We'll see how far we do the rendering with the shoes. Some ambient occlusion. Yeah, you're not wrong. I do need to add more ambient occlusion as well. Everything's pretty sketchy and same what is it called? Same line weight. Oh, this needs to be above. Nice. We can play around with the color and opacity of that. Also, the thing that I'm having trouble with is I do know for sure I want to keep the background dark while also having her costume so dark. That's why I mainly added the ambient bounce light to sort of offset how dark it is. But maybe we'll try now making this lighter itself. We can push how dark it is. I think might help. And honestly, maybe pushing it more toward blue will help stand out from the background. Just finding the correct balance, I think, of how high contrast we want this to go. I think that already looks better. Need it more. Look it on that monitor. Not bad. A little better. And then here's whenever I would push it really far to see if I want it. Yeah, it's way too blue. We go up. Too blue as well. Oh my gosh. And then I just remember we have the tonal curves and a gradient map on, which we'll probably have to play around with. So this is what it looks like bare bones. Very bright. The tonal curves I was messing with earlier. Probably gonna mess with that again. I completely forget which gradient map we're using. We're using... What does that do? Makes everything a bit more red and purple. Probably gonna keep that. Honestly, maybe we won't keep it that red. Because even having it like that, I don't know. Because it's so experimental, we'll probably, whenever I do something so experimental like this, I usually just have a bunch of different blending modes and intensities at the very end. It's like right now, this is different at 100%. I can see a world where we leave it at like, what is it, 60%? And then use other blending modes like soft light or hard light to kind of make it glow more. Not as intense as this, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh shoot, how long has it been since laundry? How long ago was that? Oh, I can't even check. I have DDR off. Checking like 15 minutes, maybe. Is that a timer for 15 minutes? Might be done by then. Sure. Okay. I'm surprised I'm still interested in working on this piece, because I did this. Oh god, it's almost been weeks since Halloween. I started this like during Halloween, and it's just been sitting there. And oftentimes, usually, the sketches go... It's been happening more recently where I not finish, but like I do a sketch and I'm like, I don't really feel like rendering all the way. I kind of got what I wanted to out of this piece. I'll just upload the sketch. But I don't know. I really like the pose and everything for this piece. It's like I don't know if it's a strength or weakness. It depends on the scenario, where if I don't finish a piece usually quick enough, I get kind of bored of it. It's almost like I'm on a mental timer to finish a piece. But I'm surprised I went back to this one. Also learning to, what's the word? Not fully render everything out. So like for this piece in particular, because I'm trying to like, you know, get better at lighting, I'm like really trying to push that to be the main focus. Like besides the pose, the lighting is like the main thing I'm trying to really emphasize here. And because of that, I feel like the rendering itself is kind of basic. And in the hair, I might not even render the hair at all. Like it's not even really rendered now. I kind of like the messy look of it. Honestly, I'll probably just add like ambient occlusion to the hair. And then maybe airbrush it. And that's it. Or just have these strands that kind of make up the hair. Because it's like, it's messy, but I think you can tell it's hair. I've been studying that a lot from other artists. Just realizing like, sometimes less is more. Even in like really, you know, I've been studying a lot of like League splash arts. A lot of the times, the stuff that's just not important, not the emphasis, it's not even rendered. So this is what the hair looks like right now. Super messy. But again, kind of messing with how messy it is. Oh no. Okay. Good. Color her eyes. I think they're like hazel or some. Let me see. Don't know why full screen on that. Yeah, they're like brown hazel. Probably just do this clip. How's that pop up? Ooh, it's really bright. Hello. Color it. Oh, I kind of like that. Kind of adds a spookiness to it. Yeah, I'll probably keep it something like that. Not bad. Dude, why is it going to that? I think I lost it. PRF has been so weird in full screening lately. Oh no. I think I lost the entirety of that PRF page. Where will it open when I reopen it? Full screen. Okay. It's fine. Oh no. Oh no indeed. Okay. Let's try to add. Probably don't use that. Or Urias. Oh, but it's hard light though, so maybe we use a different brush. We'll see. I think I do need to use something more harsh actually for the hard light. Just looks so weird whenever it's too soft of a brush. And then we can just blur it if we need to. Yeah. Probably here. We'll play with the color of this later too. Probably blur the edges so it's not so harsh, especially because it's on clothing material. It shouldn't be so harsh. Little that ears. Some on the elbow. I am just, hopefully this makes sense lighting wise, because I'm not going to rough a ref of here. Only real rough I have is for the shoes. That does make it look better though, for sure. Nice highlights work well. Thank you. I think so too. It's kind of like, what's the word? It's kind of like whenever you're rendering And you have like your shadows, your midtones, and like your highlights. In my head, I was like, the red is the highlight here. But in a sense, I think you could argue that like the red kind of serves as a midtone. Or just like a secondary highlight. Good night, go to bed. Have a good night. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you have a good night as well. Good night. Okay, also, something that's been bothering me about the piece, the lack of visual clarity. Now, this happens, I feel like, a good amount of times. The visual clarity for her leg right here is bothering me. Like, I hate whenever you look at it, like your brain for a second is kind of trying to figure out what that is. But it's like this part of her leg, you know? Like that's all her leg. But I hate that I have to second guess. Even whenever I look at it, I know it's bad whenever I look at it and I drew it and I'm like, what is that? To offset that, I think I might just make the sleeve of this bigger. Hopefully it doesn't make it look bad. Maybe I have it to where it doesn't hug as much, and then it kind of like covers that. Like if we do something like that, kind of hide this. Make the tail bigger. True. You might be cooking something. That might always be the correct answer. I think that does work well. Very nice. Well, it kind of looks okay. I need to fix the shape of that, but it, you know, you get the idea. We'll have to do some working with the layers again. Maybe turning off all of the crazy lighting will help me. Yeah, for sure. Everything is better with the addition of more tail. I think I honestly agree with you. I remember there's a time whenever I was like perma drawing Juna, bro. All of like the models that I was like drawing, like just like, you know, no face, no character models, like just for anatomy purposes, I would always add a tail on it. I need to go check laundry now. Well, I'll check in a second after I figure this out. Honestly, I just thought about it. I could have just like erased the leg and that would have been perfectly acceptable. Because then I just would have made it to where the leg doesn't shoot up as much, but it looks still correct. I'm kind of dumb. But it's okay. It definitely looks better than it did earlier. Cool, cool, cool. Okay, I think the laundry's done. We'll see. BRB. It wasn't done. But I added more time anyways. Some air drying it. Okay. Honestly, you need to add more highlights of the skin as well. Yeah, do that in a second. I will do that in a second. I'm glad I'm not as tired right now. It's 7. Nice. Very nice. You know, I said yesterday that I'm not sharing the screen, right? Yeah, I'm not. I said yesterday that I don't look at numbers on Twitter. I don't, but my God, I can't turn off notifications. So many notifications. I don't know what happened. I don't know if someone like retweeted it or something, but so many notifications for the Canary piece. Honestly though, W. I am particularly proud of that piece because I figured out like how her anatomy works there, because you know it's like a really close-up shot of her face, and then I had trouble finding reference for you know, because it's pretty much like a POV shot, but I was like, how do I draw the rest of her body in here? I'm happy I solved that puzzle effectively, I feel. Which brings up the point. I was thinking about this. So I was looking at VGen and hold up, I put a note on here. People make these things called YCH templates, which is like your character here. And I don't know how popular those things are. From what I saw, for emotes, like, you know, animated Twitch emotes or something, very popular for your character here. Essentially, there's like a template. Let's say the character's like bouncing or something, or like, you know, doing a little dance. You calm them, and then they just change the model to your character. Oh, you seen those? Yeah, I've seen a lot of those on VGen. But I've also seen people do YCHs for like full-blown poses. And I don't know how popular that is, or what the or how people feel about that. Because honestly, not to call anyone out, because I don't think it's like a bad thing to do, but because I've thought about doing it. There's a good amount of NSFW artists I follow that, like, every other post, it'll be a post of, like, let's say a specific position, but they just switch out the character. They like redraw the character, but they use their own art as like a template. You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, I mean, that makes sense. And I don't know, it made me think about, oh, what if I do that? Like, whenever, like I was talking about the Kanari piece, right? How I like solve the puzzle of like that pose. And I really like that pose. And I'm like, what if I just did the same thing, but with a different character? Because I want to see that character, right? Not to like, no, yeah. It's just a me thing. I'm like, oh, you know, I drew Kanari in this. It'd be kind of fire if, and obviously I drew Kanari in that because I really like her design. I was like, I want to see her in this pose. So if now I'm like, what if, you know, what if Akali was in that pose? What if Zoe was in that pose? So I don't know how people feel about that though. If it's looked down upon or something, because, you know, it is my own pose. But if I just rip my own pose, I don't know. Not sure. I've seen a couple here and there, but the ones I've seen are usually like free giveaway things. Oh, yeah. Well, I might dabble around in the NS because I've only pretty much seen that when it comes to NSFW stuff, which kind of makes sense because a lot of times whenever the character's like, let's say, nude, and let's say it's like a back shot, right? You've kind of already solved the puzzle piece of like the perspective and the anatomy. And if it's something like a back shot, you draw the character, you draw some of the accessories, and boom, it's a completely different character, you know? Especially if it's an anime girl. A lot of them have like, you know, the same body type. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I think I'll try it. I just feel that I just want to make sure I'm doing it for the right reason. I'm kind of weird about that when it comes to art. Like earlier, I was talking about how I don't like to do poses because specific poses because they feel too easy. Like I'm not challenging myself enough. I kind of don't want to copy my own poses. Not that I don't want to make new, completely original art. More so, it's like I'm just curious. Like, well, you know, these specific characters I want to lewd. I want them to be the same pose. That's my thought process. So my thought process is like, if I want to see Akali or Zoe in the same pose I drew Kanari, maybe other people want to see that as well. Not to say I'll stop trying to evolve my poses, but that is something I thought about. That I think I will do for maybe Akali. We'll see how it goes. If I like it, I'll post it. If not, I mean, it might feel too cheap to be creatively. But I also might be overthinking it. But I also need to see if people do it a lot for VGen. I don't know if that's popular or not. Because if it is something that people are like interested in, I should do that if people do that. Because it's a template, right? Not to say I won't do regular comms. That'll just be a possibility if people mess with it. Because at least with the emotes, I mean, it makes perfect sense for emotes in my head. And I'm just like, my God, I've seen people with just like, you know, it has a specific, you have reviews for your overall account, but then you also have reviews for specifically for that service. And I saw a random person have a template for a specific animation, and it was like 300, 400 reviews or something. I was like, God damn. That's insane. Okay, that's enough an eye break from the piece. Now I can look at it again. I was yapping so I could have fresh eyes on this piece. Honestly, yeah. It is looking pretty nice. compared to before. It has more life to it. Yeah, we probably will do this. Holy, I need to change the music though. I need some more chill music. Hello, Mr. Thinking. What up, Karimu? Long time no see. What up? What up? Where's my music? Here. I need some more chill. Yeah. Insane poster render. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're being a little experimental here today. Whenever this gets posted, probably tomorrow, hopefully. Let's just pretend that it's still Halloween. Because that is originally when I sketched this piece. Lighting on that looks really weird, actually. These days 10:30. What are you talking about? True. Thanks for reminding me. Wow, that means I have to dress up again. Maybe not. Actually, I was thinking about that. Whenever I streamed yesterday, I was like, I originally was gonna stream on Halloween, just because I wanted to put on the costume. You're going as a cat maid this year, right? You're so sick. I haven't worn that since last year. Not for Halloween, for a con. The last like 2 or 3 cons, by the way, that me in a cat maid outfit has been my go-to. Just because when so many people cosplay, it feels wrong to not. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but like, I remember last year I went to a con and I went all 3 days with my friends, and the first day I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna, I don't wanna I think it was raining. I think that's my, it was a valid excuse. I was like, I don't wanna dress up right now. But then like majority of people were actually dressing up. Like it was crowded, and like I feel like more than 50% were dressed up. And I was like, wow, this feels wrong to not dress up. It is fun to dress up though. But yeah, I always go as just a cat maid, and my friend is actually doing legit cosplay. Like he does like he doesn't even play Genshin, but he really likes, like he doesn't, I don't think he's ever touched that game, thank God. But he likes Goro? Goru? I think it's Goro. Goro. Gorou, Goro. So he dresses up as him. FOMO. It is FOMO. I'm like, wow. I feel like a loser not dressing up. And then I'm still on the fence about going this year. Goro? Yeah, I think that's how you spell it. Goro. The cat boy from Genshin Impact. Likes that character a lot. Always get some merch for it from Artist Alley if they have it. But on the fence about going to the con again this year. Because unfortunately, here in Texas, we don't get many special guests at our cons. Last time we did get Fuomoko, and they did a concert, which was cool. I went to that. But other than that, no guests of any sort. We're not cool enough. Everyone goes to like the New York and Cali cons, which makes sense. Well, actually, okay, the only real W, I completely forgot. Last time I met Mint. That was a huge surprise. Is this the same friend from that one fighting game story? Wait, how did you know? How did you put 2 and 2 together? It is that same friend from the story. Smile, smile indeed. Mint? Yeah, Mint Phantom. Haven't watched her in a minute, I will be real, but followed her for a long time. I was actually I need to watch her VOD for oh, what is it called? To the Moon? To the Moon? I love watching people play that game. I cry every time I watch people play that game. She played it yesterday, I'm pretty sure. Is that her first time playing it? I feel like she's played it before. I might be getting her mixed up with someone else. Let me double check. Mint Phantom. Yeah, To the Moon. Damn. Yeah, watch the VOD for that. He's like, everyone's played it. Yeah. Yeah. And then the last person I watched play it was Bay. Who have I all seen play it? I've seen Bay play it. I think the first person I watched play was 39 Daff, like years ago. Oh my gosh, Swag and Karimu, y'all weren't here earlier. I was talking about League. I don't remember if y'all play League or not, but I was talking about how I watch Worlds. Anyone? Nobody? Well, I guess I didn't completely nerd out about it. So I've been watching Worlds. Hyped for this Sunday? I think it's Sunday for me, like 1 a.m. for me, Sunday. But my brother is in Korea right now. And he said he was going to get me a Gumayushi shirt or a jersey. So I'm super hyped. Yeah, ADC for T1. So waiting for us to continue our 14 game loss streak. I hate you. I did a bad thing and played League the other day. Wait, live or just streams? I was watching VOD. I was watching Casual co-cast it. And I was watching like only VODs, but I'm gonna watch it live on Sunday. Telecom Wars? Hell yeah, dude. You're so sick. League would be a great game if it were with the players. There's so much fun. Yeah, exactly. Every time I have played, I played a few games of Swift Play because I got the itch, bro. Whenever you're watching these players perform, I got the itch and I played Swift Play and I turned off chat and it was great. It was great whenever. I don't care if I win or lose, and I'm only played just for fun. It's fantastic. Without you, God, do you want to play? Maybe whenever I get the nether itch. Casual watcher, yeah, Casual's great to watch. You're a T1 fan, but if BD wins, I'd be incredibly happy anyways. Dude, that's what I'm saying. I also am one of those people that only like watch whatever T1 plays, but BDD has been an absolute monster the past few series, and KT already, upsetting like Gen G's like phenomenal performance. Seeing BDD play, the fact that we're gonna see BDD and Faker play, bro, it's gonna be so hype either way. You seen Oda pick Mundo and read abilities? He read the ability? Wait, that's crazy. I know that was like him, like pretty much first picking Mundo in competition. I didn't know you like actually reading abilities. That's funny as hell. That's why the real strat is actually enjoy League. You have 5-second friends, turn off all chat. True. Game is fun. For better or worse. BD's been grinding for years. Yeah, I heard. Like I said, I'm not really in the know of like all the individual players, but hearing the casters talk about how long BD and everyone in KT has been grinding is a sick come up. As someone who also is going to be rooting for T1, I wouldn't be mad if KT come on top. Man, how long has Faker been playing? 15 years now? I believe so. 15 years. I believe he became a pro player whenever he was 16 or 15. Hey, the guy's the GOAT, though. The guy's so fun to watch still to this day, bro. He's just Watching T1 play is so sick. I think my favorite, I don't know, watching Gumayushi play Ash was so mesmerizing. The way he like glides on her and just kites with her is just so next level. Sure, where Faker, Guma, the coaches make him play it and they're explaining the skills and path to him during champ select, dude. That's hella funny. Remember watching his Bruin game back in the days when I was actually in league? Dude. The back of the days. Reaching gliding and saying, yeah. I love watching Guma and Carria play. It's so fun. I cannot wait for finals. Honestly, I can't wait for. I don't even know what all songs. I don't know what all the songs are gonna be played for the opening ceremony. But last year's opening ceremony was so good. You tried 2xKO? I did dabble in 2xKO. I have not actually fought a real player in 2xKO because I was doing like the advanced tutorials and everything, and there's so much to that game, man. Which honestly though, I watched some pro play in it, and it's a blast to watch as someone who casually consumes FGC content. I think 2xKO, it was very fun to play. The amount I've tried it. But just, I don't know, something about League characters, bro, makes me want to play, like, just the characters themselves. Like, I tried, I was playing, like, Jinx Echo. But 2xKO is sick. I'm glad that it seems that it's getting success, because I know people were on the fence about that. Your opening was the one with West Borland and Tina Gao. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar. I am not a knower. Yeah, because of that, I've been listening to like all the League music again. Even before, I consistently listened to KT. No, not KT. What the hell? I just say KT. KDA. More is my favorite song, bro. You really enjoy League lore. Used to read all the characters' lore bits as soon as they came out. Yeah, I feel like I know a good amount of lore too. West Berlin was a guitar player for Limp Bizkit and Tina Gao. Okay, when you say electric cello, I feel like I remember that World's performance. It was an early World's performance, no? Unless I'm getting it completely wrong. Yeah, KTBD singing true. Dude, I say that the lore is cool, but like one of the characters I used to play is Kaisa, and okay, I was reading some KDA fanfic the other day, okay? And I did not know Kaisa's lore. I did not know Kaisa's lore. I didn't know she was like, she had like a void symbiote connected to her. And then they like used that for lore purposes for the smutty fanfic I was reading. I was like, wow, that's awesome. Was indeed early, been watched for a while. Hell yeah, nice. When Hololive started doing KDA covers, that was sick. That was sick. And I like how Bae was she in all of them? I forget if she was in all of them or not. But the 3D performances, seeing them dance, that was dope. Yeah, she's Caston's daughter. I knew that much. I didn't know she had a symbiote on her. You get to pick a faction in the League MMO. I going for Void. Void is really cool. I think one of the earliest, where you know, this game came out 15 years ago. Seeing my brother play it, I remember like the coolest champion. I think the first champion I bought with IP. God, I can't remember. Yeah, I can't believe it was called IP back then, and the fact that it took a billion years to grind. One of the first characters, I think the first character I bought was Cho'Gath. So cool. You choose Shurima or Freljord? Ooh. Freljord got the baddies. Freljord is also cool. Just the League lore is so cool. I can't wait for them to expand on it. For the shows and stuff. I cannot wait. Kog'Maw? Ooh. Kog'Maw's such a funny champ. AP Char is really fun for me. Oh, I remember. Gentleman Cho'Gath. That was the cool. It's like one of the first legendary skins, I feel. So cool. So cool. First ever kill was a first blood kill steal on Cog, actually. The fact that you remember that is crazy, by the way. Insane. Martin Earth mode was great, dude. It's been so long since I played Earth. Casual game modes in League. Peak. Remember, because the person on KS was my best friend. Very nice. Before I quit, I ended up stuck in jungle. Although that was the Warwick it was after the Warwick rework, so it wasn't that bad. Warwick's rework, so sick. So sick. Jungling is so beyond me. Especially nowadays. I feel like I don't even know. It's been so long since I played the game. Like, actually. There's actually specific things I'm not aware of what changes they made. I don't even know what all the dragons do. Jungling seems so hard though. I played ADC. But whenever I played a few days ago, I deadass only played Akali. Because of how hot she is. But my god, she's hard to play. Also, because I'm playing Swift Play, right? I had to find the fine line of, okay, I'm trying to play this game casually, and you know, I've never been a high skill player, right? But when you're playing with other people casually and you're playing a Swift play, right? Your supports just don't know what they're doing, which, you know, is fine. But I can't play ADC whenever they have no idea what's happening. Leona support here. Leona was so cool. I remember when she first came out. So cool. Kitty Kali does things to you? Dude, me too. After Kali rework, crazy. Fire splash art. But KDA, specifically for me, KDA all out Akali whenever she has her two-toned blonde hair. and it's showing her midriff. Insane, bro. She looks so fine. Need to draw her ASAP. I just was not an appreciator of women as much back whenever I played League. But seeing Akali now, I'm like, dude, I have no idea how to play mid. Akali's so technically advanced, but like I play her because she's hot. Most played Phil, always enemy jungle support. Oh yeah, that's usually how it is for Phil. Aaron, where's that for the casual games? True. I haven't played Aaron in a hot minute though. I don't know. I like the Swift play hits well for me because it's just a sped up version of 5v5. I like playing Summoner's Rift. It's first KD skin for you. I don't know what it is. She's super cool in the first one. I agree. But she looks so fine in the second one for me. It's fire. Speaking of that, I don't know what happened. They need more KDA content. It's been like 5 years, has it not? I'm starving out here, man. But like, I still consistently listen to Riot music. The blackout version of her skin. Oh, true. That's real. That's real for the first KDA Akali. That is super cool. Nico Mortal Rider, I'm a metal lover. Oh, fair. That's a good song too. Dude, just I don't know. Their song is bang, bro. Most listened to has to be more for me though. Pretty sure more. Trying to think what else. Giants, True Damage, also up there for most played on my playlist. Trying to think, what is my most played world song? I like this year's world song. Sacrifice? Banger. World song. Jin and Kindred login screen music. I don't think I know Kindred's. I think our... I don't know, listen to that real quick. Jin's login music. Oh, it's such a throwback to whenever they had like when a new champion dropped, they had the music and then like the live 2D of the character. Oh man. Oh man. Those are the days. The teasers are sick. True. So hype, bro. Okay, listen to this. I remember Jin's login music now. You're right. How it starts off with all the yeah, that's dope. Looking at all the world's music. What is my favorite? I feel like the most listened to. Okay, it might be Warriors. Warriors is dope. I love the cinematic whenever they redid Warriors like a few years ago. And they had like a slower version. That was dope. Well, actually, I really liked last year's too by Linkin Park. Listen to that hello. Yeah, I can't wait for the live performance again this year. So I don't know what all the music is being played because last year made sense, right? Last year there was Heavy as the Crown. There was Paint the Town Blue because of Arcane Season 2. And then there was I'm Still Here because of the new cinematic. Phoenix is really good. Oh, Phoenix is good. Actually, I don't think there's a world song I hate. Or dislike, rather. Hate's a strong word. Actually, no. I'm okay. I don't know if... not hate, but... I'm not the biggest fan of Gods or Star Walkin'. I don't know what it is. But those two do not hit for me, really. So Arcane is finished now, and he gives them what the faction character the next show is going to be about. Did they tease it was going to be like Noxus from that new cinematic? Which, by the way... Oh my god, maybe I could find it. Ignite? I'll be real. Wasn't it the first world song? I don't think I remember what Ignite sounds like. Oh, you hate Star Walking? Okay, I'm not the... I don't hate it. But yeah, I'm not... that might be one of my least favorites. I think Gods is fine. It's just like not my cup of tea. What was I gonna look up? Oh yeah, we were talking about that new cinematic that they had for Noxus whenever they teased like, you know, LeBlanc and Elise, and they showed Katarina. Oh, where's the art for it, bro? Whenever they like redid Katarina's artwork, this one, oh my god, when she showed up in the... When she showed up, bro, I was like, yo, there's something about her. Dude, this is so nice. This is so nice. All the artists after this, I was like, dude, it's so beautiful. They just made Elise look like a baddie, bro. I'm with it. Said Arcane covered the one region I like the least in League. What? Dawn is cool. Honestly, Jinx was one of my favorite characters to play before Arcane came out. So I was so excited whenever she got pretty much, you know, the main character of the show. Like a Braum piece of art. Not sure. I'm a knower. No, I'm definitely not. Yeah, I forget the right artist's name, but man, whenever she showed up in the cinematic, I was like, yo, this is awesome. At first, I couldn't tell it was Elise until, you know, obviously her spider things came out, and I was like, awesome. They made her flat. This is the best day ever. Your Froyo Shurima stream? Lore goes hard. I don't think I know enough about... I think I know a little about Freljord. I don't think I know anything about Shurima. My music stopped. Problem is dark art, but has a lot of math and cybernetics. Oh. Yeah, I forget who did this art. I know I followed them. Moshka Blanc Rose Elise. Artist. I love how all of, not all, but a lot of the artists, this is the illustrator, a lot of the artists post their stuff on ArtStation. It's so cool to see how high res everything is. Like, my god. So beautiful. But yeah, while I'm on that train, while Worlds is going, I'm gonna need to draw a collie. Soon. Soon. Your favorite timelines of League pieces was actually the 3D modeling working on the new Heimerdinger in ZBrush. Whoa, wait, that's sick. 3D stuff is so beyond me, but I think I've seen, I forget what the skin was called, but it was like it was an Alawi skin, and then they like the artist like pretty much 3D rendered in Blender, or maybe it was a Blender or ZBrush. They made like the shield and everything, and then did the lighting in 3D, and then exported it into Photoshop. It was sick. Say so int for the Akali one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to loot her, bro. I was talking earlier how like a lot of, not a lot, but there's a few NSFW artists I follow that like kind of recycle their own poses. You know, like if someone does like a backshot pose, they'll just like change the character and like mostly keep the same pose. I kind of want to draw Kali in the same fashion that I drew Kanari. I just want to see, yeah, I just need to see what she would look like in that place. And then it makes sense if I pick the correct Akali skin. Well, maybe KDA Akali doesn't have, no, the first one has the mask. So maybe I can still do the same sort of mask ordeal. Because I want to see it, you know? Because I'm like, I kind of living rent-free in my head at the moment. Hot VR does it. Oh, I'll need to look at their work. I know there's a few artists that I follow that do it, and I'm like, I mean, I'm a curious guy. I might need to draw Kali in it. I might need to draw maybe Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters. She's also been living rent free, bro. Time is it? It's been 2 hours. 8. It's only 8. And this already looks better than it did before. It's almost there. It's almost there to my liking. Stop. Who do you think is the poster girl for League, Katarina or Kali? They both seem popular. I'll be real. First one that came to mind is maybe Katarina out of those two, but low key, most popular female character I think is Ari. No, poster girl Ari. Yeah, that's the first thing I thought too. It's gotta be Ari, right? Get a go home in an hour, dude. Dude, an hour is crazy. And you get in their swag. Like Zoe, but strangely not in a lewd way. You know, that's how I felt at first. Then I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I got curious. I started reading fanfics, and my god, is there like a disgusting amount of fanfic for K-pop Demon Hunters. Either Ari or Lux. Yeah, I agree. And the only reason you know it's Ari or Lux is because you just see how many goddamn skins there are for those characters. Zoe is cute. She's very cute. She's very cute. She's the funniest character in that movie. I love her. That's why I cosplayed as her. Alright, because Nine-Tailed Fox is a very popular in Korea, which is a huge player base. That's fair. That's fair. I think everyone, you know, I'm not the biggest Ari simp, but she a baddie. Actually, back to what you were talking about yesterday, how for some reason fictional characters, blonde fictional characters kind of get at me. KDA Ari's fire. Is it because she's blonde? I think it is because she is a blonde. Straight up. Mess with different colors. This version has like 20 skins. Yeah, that checks out too. MF having a lot of skins checks out. Emma's not really my type though. I know that she is like that that type, that like Jessica Rabbit type. Her role in the Star Guardian lore is pretty cool though. It's so tragic. Just the Star Guardian lore in general. Pretty fire though. Would recommend. Does that mean you like Poppy too? If you've seen some of her art short stacked, I'm not a big Yordle fan. Can I say that? Is that racist? Can I say this? Yordles are cool. I don't see Yordles like that though. Poppy's cool though. I have a friend whose favorite character is or favorite champ is Poppy. Gee, what are all the League characters I like? Let's see. I have... If y'all ever want to look at skins, by the way, I have this bookmarked. Skin Explorer. Fantastic. Fantastic database to just look at all of the skins and then seeing all their splash arts. I use this a lot to study. Poppy is great. If you get Rule 34, well, I might have to look. Skin Explorer. Love Skin Explorer. Also, I recently found out about this 3D models because, dude, I'm really bad at imagining, especially like 3D characters in 2D. So, especially Akali's hair, I can't be. Her hair is ridiculous. So, the fact that you have, what is this called? Modelviewer.lol, dude, this was so helpful in seeing, just being able to change the perspective. Like I was doing a sketch, or I'll show you the sketch in a second, where it was kind of like this angle, and then I screenshotted it like this, and then I think it's on this somewhere. And then having that as a reference, oh my god, so helpful. Yeah, I was sketching Star Guardian Akali. I could show that. That could be anything. That could be anything. I was sketching her yesterday. And that helped a lot. Actually, I think one of the most popular on R34 is Kindred? What the hell? What the hell? Wait, really? Kindred? I need to look. I've only looked at like Akali when it came to League characters. I'll be real. I say that until like I have like some sort of repressed memory that I need to look at all the characters. I mean, Akali for me is undoubtedly the baddest baddie in League. Wait, what are the characters I played? My most played characters. Furry buff? Oh, wait, you're right. Kidra has a booty? What? Does she actually? What? What? Insane. I'm not judging, but insane. My most played League characters. God, I feel like, just me, I feel like you can tell a lot about someone's personality by their most popular, my most played League character. And I'm kind of embarrassed that my most played League character, I'm pretty sure was Draven. There's a reason there's a lot of R34 art? Whoa, you were nowhere too? What the hell? My most played characters were Draven, Caitlyn, and Xayah. At first it was Draven, and then I started becoming a weeb, and I saw the attractiveness in characters, and that's where I started playing Caitlyn and Xayah. But do I loot any of them? Not really. I don't think so. Oh, Kais is pretty fire, actually. It was 8,000. That's a lot. What the hell? I'll have to look later out of genuine curiosity. Big Mom is Vayne. Oh, Vayne is cool. Vayne is super cool. That's fair. I think Project Vayne has one of my favorite splash arts. I'm gonna take a gander. Has one of my favorite compositions. I just love compositions like that. Oh, yeah. Dude, Project Vayne is fire. The composition is so sick. For that splash. God, I just love looking at splash arts. Thank God for the Riot artists that shared their splash process. Like, one of my favorite splashes is the new Warwick's one. And I stumbled across recommended video of the Warwick artist or like the person who drew it talking about it. That composition for that one is crazy too. Star Guardian Soraka has a really pretty splash. Why don't you look at that? Oh, let's take a gander. Soraka. Oh, yeah, this one's pretty. You're right. This one pretty too. Like Arcade MF, the colors of the piece are amazing. Oh, that's a good skin too. Splash for MF. She does have a lot of skins. So pretty. Oh my god, Star Guardian Light is so pretty. I just love how they do like pretty much like alternate universe stuff. Like, I mean, because recently it's all because recently I looked up the Star Guardian lore. Just the fact that there's like actual AU stuff in League is so cool to me. Have you seen the original Soraka splash art? Dude, original League splash or something else. Yeah, I think I vividly remember all of them in my head, bro. They have come a long way. Soraka original splash art. I mean, completely pretty much they changed the identity of pretty much all the characters. Not all of them. I remember this. Holy. 2009 League was a long time ago, bro. OG splash arts or something else. But nowadays, I like majority of the splash arts that come out. How it pretty much has like the same identity. She looks like she's in the middle transforming to a unicorn. Yeah. Yeah. Some of the old splash art look like low poly 3D models with paint over. 100%. 100%. I remember one. Warwick's I feel was like that. We just saw the updated Warwick splash. This Loki still looks cool. Wait, was this the original? Is there something older than this? Don't remember. I think Corky's for sure looks like a 3D mod if I remember in my head correctly. Corky OG splash art. Oh, what a time. I think this is the OG Corky one. Holy. What is the best skins in your opinion? I think the only one I remember off the top of my head is the snow one. And the astronaut one? Was that it? Oh, you're right. It is so cute. Just Bard in general. Such a goofy champion. There is a lot you could do. I didn't know this was a skin. What is this one? Where's Head the Teapot? God, I love when they get so creative. When they get so creative. With skins. Man. It's always a league art in the music. If I'm not playing the game, I'm consuming everything. It's not the game. Bard is great. Oh, true. Bard is good. Devil Teemo? Yeah. Yeah, Devil Teemo's cool. They're just so aware of that champion. The freaking trailer for Teemo's 2x KO trailer is so funny. It's just so memey. Honestly, the worst part of League is actually playing the game. It's true. I would agree. If we had to rank, like, you know, things like the music, the cinematics, the show, the art, 100% actually playing the game is at the bottom when in comparison to all of that. I 100% agree. Sadly, yes, I was stuck to playing the auto chess for a while. Oh, I've had my fair share in TFT. TFT is very fun, but I have to stop myself from playing it because I've sunk a disgusting amount of hours in the TFT. Actually, the last time I played TFT was because they added the rotating shop, right? And I didn't spend any money. Well, besides sometimes I would buy the battle pass. To get like the what is it? Arenas. I waited patiently for KDA All Out Akali to come out, and I bought her with the currency that you would get for pools or whatever, and I used her like once and then have not touched the game since. So W for me. They made Jazzbar for TFT, but they didn't release it as skin. Wait, really? I didn't know that. I didn't know that wasn't a skin. Jazzbar was hella fun. Or Jazz in general, I remember. Jesus. You play one set and stop, can't relearn the game every time. That's why I stopped playing the game. Because every set, not even every set, bro. Every patch sometimes was just so game breaking that it would alter the power level of every comp. And it's just so much of a time sink to play that game, man. Glad that they made Arcane. They made such good FMVs. They would have missed out on not doing it. Yeah, dude. Arcane is so good. I have the art book for it. Art book flex. Probably the best looking art book I own. 100%. It is so beautiful. So beautiful. Star Guardian Arena is sick. Dude, I hate that the arenas are just the same currency as like the gacha, and the gacha is so god awful and expensive. But yeah, the arenas are really cool. The Anti-Chibi is cool. I like the they always have the special one. So like I have the regular Akali and the KDA All Out Akali. I think for Annie it's like the New Year's one is a special variant. That's cool. Couldn't get a TT because of that. Dude, I had a very toxic relationship with TFT because of that. My friend and I were playing, and I think back in like, was it set 3.5 or something, whenever they had the big mech. Oh my god. Oops. That was super fun. It was because it was peak COVID time, I remember. And my friend and I both hit masters at TFT, but he did it in like half the amount of games I did. I played a disgusting amount. I cannot do it anymore, bro. Arcane is great, but man, I really don't care for Piltover Zon characters. Neither did I until I watched it, and I was like, sick. This is sick. Like I said, I liked Jinx. So seeing her, I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Don't even for this, but I switched over to Heroes of the Storm after League with so much less toxic. Honestly, that's fair. That's valid. Super valid. Super valid. Otsuru, no, not yet. Well, actually, maybe soon. We've kind of just been talking, which I've been enjoying, but this piece is pretty much almost done. At least in my eyes at the moment. I just know that, like, you know how it is. Tomorrow morning, I'll be like, oh, I could definitely do more stuff with this piece. But I feel like I've already rendered it more than I thought in my mind that I would do. Like I was talking about yesterday, how like for specific sketches, sometimes I'm just done with it because I already did what I needed to do. You think it's a HOTS Arium lately? Dude, I have not played HOTS in a long time. But maybe because I was never really a huge Blizzard guy. Just add a no costume toggle. Dude, oh, you're right, actually. I was supposed to do that. Wait, thank you for reminding me. I do have her hair drawn. You might be a genius. I have her hair drawn without the hoodie. Let's unclothe her. Because it'll look weird with the colors. Yeah, look. Proof. I have her no hood. No whole costume though. Probably just the hood. Depends if I get something done with, if I get some NSFW Art of Akali in tomorrow or not. You stop playing HOTS because you refuse to support Blizzard. That is fair. I was about to say that I feel like I've never really got super deep into HOTS because I wasn't really a Blizzard head. The only game I played hella was Hearthstone. But then even then, whenever so much negative Blizzard stuff started popping up, I was like, yeah, I didn't really want to play Hearthstone anymore anyways. So it's been a while, but that's the only Blizzard game I really played. It's funny because like I got into Hearthstone, but like I didn't know anything about WoW. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do no hood version tomorrow. That'd be pretty damn easy. Used to be on Blizzard until all the drama came out. Yeah, that, and I just wasn't having fun with any of their games no more. Because once Hearthstone's the same thing as like, you know, the same cycle of why I stopped playing TFT. It's just like, when standard gets too repetitive, I'm like, ah. We're cooking Hearthstone, very aggressive monetization, pay to keep up. It's true. It's true. Unless you were a god at Arena. I knew a friend, my brother's friend, was like super hardcore card game player. And he was so good at Arena that he like pretty much was able to keep up because he would always get like 12 wins in Arena and then get paid out hella. But like me, someone who just copy and paste their decks, bro, nah, I can't do that shit. I don't think I've ever gotten 12 wins in Arena. I played it like for a long time, maybe like 5 years or something. You played WoW, Warcraft, Starcraft, Diablo. You did play everything, goddamn. You're logged into League and switched to Valo. Oh boy. You're that guy. You're that guy, Karibu. Nothing against you. Nothing against you. I'm so glad I never got into Valo. I can't with competitive shooting games anymore. League days are something else though. MGB has me spoiled. I don't think I'll ever get into another card game. At least you stick with one. I'm just so skeptical of ever getting into games like that anymore. Just because I'm like, I feel like eventually I'm gonna quit this. You've reached Nirvana in Valo. What does that even mean? Nirvana in Valo. God, I can't. I'm so glad I didn't get into it because those skins, some of the skins are really cool. So good thing, bro. Can't be giving more Riot. I can't be giving Riot more money. Actually, I say that, guys, I haven't bought a skin in years. Okay. You receive slurs, crybaby, nothing faces you anymore. Oh, I'm surprised you have. Oh, there's voice chat. You're right. There's voice chat. That's why. I was about to say, you didn't get that in League, but no, I guess voice chat would be different. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I haven't bought a skin in years in League. Okay, but I just showed you, bro. I was just yesterday. I was gushing over Bo Chen, and like I've watched the Akali videos so many times, and then I got into the Star Guardian lore. So I had some RP in my account, and I topped up just to buy their Kali skin. But it was worth it because it's a really, really cool skin. Also, European, so I know all the languages through slurs. Insane. Only you got people who stopped playing and spent the game arguing Fountain. Oh, that's a classic. Never have I ever seen people with lower mentals than in League. My God. Even the few games I was playing with no chat, bro. There's always a way, bros. Someone just starts spam question mark pinging a teammate. I'm like, oh my God. Or you know the classic whenever someone feeds and then they just they like triple quadruple click your name so it pops up. They like I forget what it's called. Like they ping your champ, they ping your name. I'm like, oh man. I can just feel it. I feel it. But yeah, I did get the itch after I watched so much of Worlds, but because we're now waiting for it to happen this coming Sunday, I haven't played in like 2 days. I had the itch and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get the itch out. You know, it is what it is. So I don't know. We'll see. Don't know about League, but HOTS has easy one-click chat and ping mutes in game. Yeah, League has it too. They do. First time someone quad picked, I just beat their pigs. It's same exact thing I did. Same exact thing I did. I think like my top laner died and my jungle just turbo pinged them. And I was like, okay, I can't with this casual game, man. I was like, dude, this is just... It just blows my mind. Whenever it's something like Swift play, bro, I'm like, dude, come on. No way you're tilted. No way you're tilted. Okay, well, for... Need to start talking about League before I get the itch to play League again, bro. So... For this, I have to do hood off, hood on, right? And then I showed you at the beginning that I'm gonna figure something out. Well, one, Akali. I had to loot her. It's a must. It's on my list. And then I'm gonna maybe figure this out. Figure this sketch out. What's the difference between Swift play and unranked? So Swift play, this is fairly new. I think it has to be hella recent, but you like pre-pick 2 roles and your champions, your sums and your runes, and then when you get loaded up into game, like that's it. There's no champ select at all. So it's like turbo super casual. And then I think like you get like extra, like minions give extra gold. And at the 30-minute mark, I think like all the towers start decaying. So like it's like Summer's Rift at the most casual level of play. Use a 5-stack that would have choke. Oh, you're saying words I don't know when it comes to HOTS. Please 77 the pain, play Silk Song or something. I'll play anything else. Surely. Yeah, so at the beginning of stream, okay, don't be too impressed. So this is the ref I'm going off of, and I started freehanding it and it was looking rough, but these crazy poses have been catching my eye because I want to just, you know, really try my best to imitate it. But I couldn't figure out how to get I couldn't figure out, I do 3D stuff like this, right? But I couldn't figure out how to do it in a more fisheye perspective. So I still need to mess with that. This is like me freehanding what I was seeing when it came to like the perspective. But ultimately I ended up drawing over the perspective. And then I know the characters I used 3D models for, they're not completely in perspective because again, they're like on a flat surface in this plane of existence, but I need to kind of curve them. Same thing with, because this is the K-pop Demon Hunter trio, right? Because I tried to freehand Zoe, and you can see that went pretty terribly wrong. But then I use a 3D model. But again, it's not in perspective. We'll have to play around with that. Doesn't CSP has a fisheye filter? They have a... I believe they do. I need to play around with that. If you tap a big liquefy tool on it, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Change the liquefy to make it to where it pretty much, you know... makes the face bigger. Pretty much. So like this. Yeah, we'll have to play around with that more. But if we'll see. Like I said, I've been tricking my mind by like same with the piece I've been working on majority of the stream. Keeping it kind of like messy, bro, makes me more comfortable getting out of my comfort zone. Feel like I'm the most inefficient CSP user. I might hope you draw it on paint nowadays. There's a lot of CSP stuff, bro, that I didn't even know. I mean, Purple was telling me yesterday how like you could screen pick colors from other monitor, like your other monitor. I didn't know that. What the heck? Did you hear about the event happening on 11/22? What is it happening on 11/22? 22. Isn't 11/20 somebody's anniversary? I'm supposed to be drawing something for that. I haven't started. Whoopsies. What's today, the 5th? Oh my god, it's like 2 weeks out. It's only 2 weeks out. Oh my god. Meet and greet in VRC. Oh shoot. I didn't get to go to the last one because it was on Mother's Day. I remember. I was like, why? How come I didn't do it last time? Oh, I should look into that. Ooh. We drawing? I'm currently drawing. Well, I'm pretty much done now for this session. Zoe from K-pop Demon Hunters in a little bat costume. You're so nice and not something absolutely heinous this time. Insane. Wait, that was last year? What did I draw last year? Wait, was it the horse last year? Was that a year or 2 years ago? Can you draw number 343 real quick? I don't know what you're asking me to do, man. Right 343? Hello? Can you draw Dunar as a donkey this year? Honestly, that's pretty good idea. But how donkey are we talking? You know what I mean? Like last year's donkey? Like last year's donkey? Was it last year? Was it 2 years ago? It was only last year. That's fucked. Donkey from Shrek but Judified. Donkey from Shrek but Junified. Donkey from Shrek but Junified. Why did I feel like I almost draw something? Donkey or Uma Musume? Ooh, Musume is good. I sketched Juna as, oh, what is her name? The Emperor. That was a while ago. Oh, when you said Donkey from Shrek, I had to think because I remember one of my prompt ideas was whenever Juna got her new outfit and everyone was calling her a donkey, I wrote down on my virtual sticky note that I should draw the donkey dragon babies from Shrek, except it would be half Kai, half Juna. Simple Rudolph, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. But I never went through with that idea. Or it was gonna be that one meme. I was gonna redraw that one meme. Oh my god. What am I thinking about? I forget where it originated. It's like a 3-panel comic going vertical. And then it's just like 2 girls. And the second one is like one humping the other. And it's like, ha 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 ha. And then the third panel is like, and that's how I was bored. I was thinking about doing that, except the donkey dragon thing, but I never got around to doing it. It took me too long. It's one of those things that I should have done it as soon as I had the idea. And the more I thought about it, I was like, I don't want to draw this. 2 girls, 1. Nope, I don't think that's what it's called. I feel like a freak explaining a meme. I always feel like a freak. Yeah, I am working on something. Well, I haven't worked on it yet. I've thought about the idea, but now that 2 weeks is out, should get... It's hard, bro. I can't be the only one. Like, I'm like in my head, I'm like, I want to draw Zoe. I want to Ludicali. And that's like, but I should also draw anniversary art. No. The parody with Peach and Daisy holding extra light. Oh, I see. I see. When the last time I drew something for an occasion? Oh, last thing before I guess I hop off. It's almost been 3 hours. But yeah, I should be drawing too, but I've been busy and my free time goes to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I never played Animal Crossing. I like watching people play that though. It's nice and relaxing. Nice and relaxing. I'm excited to see if you do end up drawing something. I need to end up drawing something. I'll figure it out. Anyway, better for you getting early now. Catch you later. Thank you for stopping by, Purple. I mean, I'm just about wrapping up anyways, but appreciate you coming by again. It was fun. Okay, before I wrap up, last thing. So I need to say this so that I know that I need to work on something. What is it? That one game came out the other day and I tried it. It's not really my type of game, I don't think. Duet Night Abyss. It's like that game that was like supposed to be a gacha game and then they turned it into a looting game like Warframe. But I played a little bit of the story and I actually kind of enjoy the story. The game is just really rough around the edges, but they were having a like art thing that I wanted to maybe do. I need to find the post. I forget how long I have to do it if I want to do it. Because I've missed every single Woo-Wah one, even though I actually played that game. Here it is. So submission period, the end of this month, 11/28. And I'm pretty sure it's just draw something that is Duet Nice Abyss related, right? And I liked the quest for Psyche. Duet Night Abyss Psyche. So I think I'm gonna sketch something with her. It depends. It depends. Oh god. Oh god, I hate deadlines. I need to do this. I need to do Juna's anniversary thing. But I also want to draw lewds. It might be fucked. But this character, I need to come up with something. I think I already have something in mind. I'll just have to try to get what's in my head on paper. But I need to enter more of these. I feel that... Who was it? I think it was Ina. That said that like a good thing to do is like to enter a lot of like, there's a lot of random like either Pixiv or like Clip Studio Paint, like sort of, what's the word, like just I guess you call it contest, but I don't know. I think that would help me having a submission date and like be given a prompt. I think it'd be a fun thing to do to really push myself. So I think that's what the plan is. I need to get a draft of that and then work on it on stream. It's so over. It is so over. I didn't know that I forgot that the submission date is the end of this month. So what is that, 28th? That is just over 3 weeks. And then Juna's is the 20th. Okay. That's fine though. That's fine. Find the time motivation. I'll try to do it too. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. That will be fun. Oh, sure. Not a contest, just a random one. Yeah, I needed to look more into it because I also see on Clip Studio Paint, I think they do it monthly or bi-monthly. I forget, but they have the they have like the international, I think they call it the international contest or whatever. I remember the last time I looked at it was whenever I made the Juna sunflower piece. And then that same month, it was like draw your OC or draw, you know, you always had to draw your OCs for the Clip Studio Paint ones. And it was like the theme was flowers. And I was like, oh, I just got finished drawing flowers. It's a perfect time for me to draw flowers. And I just did it. So I want to really try to do this Duet Night Abyss one and hopefully get the ball rolling to just do and enter other ones just to see. You know, I think it'd be a fun experience. But yeah, that about wrap it up today. Stream yesterday, stream today. I was gonna stream tomorrow as well, but got invited out to play Pump It Up in Pool tomorrow at round 1 with my friends, so I'll be doing that. And maybe I'll be free Friday. I don't know, but we'll see. Today, a lot of progress on this Zoe piece. And then I need to get to sketching a lot of stuff. But I'm in the mood to draw. So that's the big difference. I'm actually in the mood to draw. Insane. So yeah. Hopefully. Oh, yeah. I don't know when the next time. In a few days, hopefully. Because... weekend might be, the other day was my mom and sister's birthday, so weekend might be for the family. We'll see what all that lands on. Otibu, don't forget your gotcha dailies. No, don't try to sink me into that. I haven't done dailies in a minute. Good though. Good. I would if I didn't have my new character built in blah, but no dailies for me. Nope. Instead, I'm going to time is it? Gonna watch a YouTube video. I'm gonna read some fanfic. Okay. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Was fun to yap. Thank you for indulging me in my league talk. All right. Otu, guys. See y'all next time. Bye bye.